Welcome option 1. Thanks for tuning in. So we're looking today at how your person really feels for you. We've got the honeymoon card from the romance angels. We've got healthy choices from the love oracle. We've got magic of nature from healing with the fairies. We've got signs, we've got lessons from Mystic Moon Oracle, and from Ask Your Guides deck we've got deprivation from the Prosperity Guides and new life from the Divine Mother. We've got 4 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Wands, and Temperance in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles. So the first thing I see here is that your person is feeling, they're receiving signs from you. This is sort of like another reading I did today. When they're out in nature in particular, when we're out in nature, we're more open to our intuition. We receive our messages and our intuition more clearly, and I feel like your person spends time outdoors. A lot of people are right now, since it's like one of the only things you can do. And when they are outdoors, whether it's in the backyard or on a walk or wherever they might be, they are getting signs of you. Okay. I feel like their feelings are improving, becoming more healthy. If there was any toxicity in the past, I feel like that's being improved on both your parts, one or both of your parts, through self-care and self-love, making healthier choices in your life. And I feel that they're watching you, and whether you're actually making self-improvement choices, making, healthier life choices, they think that you are, okay? So we've got the 3 of Wands here talking about your person watching you from a distance. It could be a great distance, geographically speaking, or it could be a distance emotionally, or both. They're watching you make healthier choices. And I feel like this is inspiring your person, and it's teaching them lessons about themselves, so they can take some of your advice, or your follow your example, I mean to say. But definitely they are keeping track of you online. I feel that your person is feeling deprived of you, whether you guys are technically split up or you just can't be together at this time. I'm getting deprivation here. They do feel a spiritual connection to you, and I feel that they do have faith that you guys still care about each other, and faith in this connection and its potential. However, unfortunately, I'm seeing either a financial loss or an emotional loss in the connection, or both. This is resulting in your person feeling empty without you. There's been some sort of a delay to your connection coming together, a delay to there being a new beginning in the connection. For some of you, this is a higher level soulmate, like a twin flame or the equivalent. This is a soulmate connection. Both of those 2 cards, the 4 of Wands and the Fool, can speak of that regardless if they're in reverse or not, okay? So some of you might be an Aquarius, some of you might be a fire sign, but don't have to. These are the energies in the reading, though. So I feel like if there's been delays in this connection, if you guys really just can't be together right now, or together as much as you would like to, it's meant to teach you guys lessons about healing and giving you the opportunity to make healthier choices for yourself and ultimately for your love life. I feel there's like a strong energy for you to love yourselves more, that your Divine Mother wants this for you. I feel like you need to have unity within yourself and within your home. Charity begins at home. So be charitable and kind to yourself. Love yourself the way that your Divine Mother would love you, and this will help your relationship. The more you love yourself, the more you can give to this person, this connection. Regardless of, how fast you're learning the lessons, though, I feel that the 2 of you are experiencing delays in the connection because the timing isn't right for anything new to begin here, and it's not right for a new phase to begin in the connection. There is a delay. It's not to say that it will never happen, but there is a delay with this. Some of you might be wanting to try something new professionally, but you're guided not to quit your day job at this time. And try not to force anything to happen that's not ready to happen in this connection at present, with that Temperance card in reverse. So you guys could be very different. I'm getting that as well. I wonder if we're too different to make this work. The Temperance card talks about differences. In the upright, it's talking about successfully mixing one potion with the other potion to come up with a new potion that works for both of you. However, in reverse, it's saying that you can't force incompatible elements together, so you just have to wait it out. So there's nothing to do but wait. So you're really on divine timing. There is waiting in terms of getting this connection rolling again. And if there's a new start needed, there is a wait for that to happen as well. In the meantime, your person is just working on what they can work on. They know that this connection needs work, and they do think about that. They do consider that. I feel like they do want to have a new life with you and move to a better place with you. At present, your person could be experiencing, hard times at home in their life that they're wanting to move away from, and they're viewing you as refuge. So for some of you, you keep your connection pretty modest, pretty private, pretty quiet. There are some of you who are, quarantined with this person, and you're learning a lot of lessons about how to manage your differences, and you're realizing that some of your differences are not going to be fixed overnight, no matter how much effort you put into it. So you're just trying to keep your space from one another. Whether you live with this person or you don't, you're just trying to keep your space from one another enough that you don't get on each other's nerves. Okay? Because again, your person feels like you guys have differences that you need to work through, but also there's this sense that you have to wait for things to work themselves out naturally. With that Magic of Nature card, you have to wait for things to work themselves out naturally. There is no forcing this. It has to happen on divine timing. However, you guys do, your person does want to work on the connection with you because they feel like it's worth it. They feel like you're home to them. They feel like a passion with you, and that you guys could have a stable passion relationship and home together in the future. Even in marriage, your person feels that if you guys don't force the situation and you let it unroll and happen naturally at the pace of the universe, if you guys follow your signposts regarding this connection and do the work that you're guided to do on it, as well as take care of your own financial situations, like work on your money and things like that, save up money, then eventually you're going to end up getting married, going on a honeymoon together. That's for some of you. It is kind of contingent on your guys' ability to continue to make healthy choices and to learn your lessons about this connection and this time apart. Whether you're physically or emotionally apart or both, this deprivation, this lack of one another at present is due to help you kind of focus on your differences in a way that will help you to work it out, realize what you can change, need to change, compromise, and what you need to compromise on. I do feel like you guys are up to the task of doing that and wanting to work on it, put the effort in on the connection, and I feel like you guys are both waiting on the connection to improve naturally in divine timing. But your person does have concerns about your compatibility. However, it's because they feel empty in their life that without you, that they maintain hope for the connection, that you guys can heal any differences or incompatibility that you're experiencing. And your person may be dealing with somebody else. They say there's someone else they have to deal with first. So this could be another love partner, but if you know that's not the case, then don't take it. It could also be referring to a family member, a child, or a colleague, something along those lines. There is something that your person needs to do in terms of moving away from rocky waters to calmer waters in order to be with you. There's healing that needs to take place in this connection. Your time apart is meant to allow you guys to do that. You guys are working on your money and trying to Just make wise choices and learn your lessons in the connection without trying to force anything to happen here. And this is what your person feels is right. But I am getting that they do want to have a reconciliation with you if one is needed, and look forward to having a new life. And I feel that the Divine Mother is guiding your person to do this as well. So after they deal with whatever they need to deal with, or whoever they need to deal with, and when the Divine Mother, or aka the universe, tells you guys that it's time for you guys to move back towards one another, then this will occur and you will move to a better place together, I'm getting. Alright, option 1, thank you for tuning in. It's a shorter reading today. I'm going to take this over to Vimeo and delve deeper into this, where I'm going to get some advice for you on how to move this connection forward, and also to see if we can get a time frame as to when you guys will reunite or move the connection forward to where it's more serious. Okay? If you'd like to follow me to Vimeo, the link is in the description box below. If not, that's cool. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can get one by following the instructions in the description box. And if this is where I leave you, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like button if you'd like to, and I will talk to you next time. Welcome, option 2. Thanks for tuning in. So we're looking at how your person really feels about you. So whoever this person might be, whether it's a crush or an ex or a current partner, your love interest. Let's see. I feel like one of you has met somebody new. You're not hearing from this person at present. There's been heartbreak and separation in the connection. Heartbreak and separation, likely due to there being an imbalance in the connection. I see a third-party situation here, and a third party could be anyone or anything that interferes with the connection. So take it how it resonates. But regardless, there's some deception here that's occurred in the connection that's hurt somebody's self-esteem. So I feel that your person feels, if they're the ones that deceived you, that they have hurt your self-esteem. They deceived you because they were wearing a false mask, in the relationship. And I feel like this was because they didn't really want to connect on a deeper level. There's somebody that likes to distract themselves, and are currently distracting themselves from their emotions for you, and the idea of a relationship in general, by maybe socializing too much, or this is something that they would normally do. At present, life is different for people, but temporarily so. This is what they would normally do, is distract themselves by socializing too much. And not listening to their inner guidance, and not listening to wise advice from anybody that would offer them wise advice. Because what they need to do is walk their own path, listen to their own spirit, figure out their true north and what direction they want to go in, and pursue that. But instead they're distracting themselves, and in part that's because they're trying to keep busy from thinking about you. I am seeing, with the Justice card in reverse and the Balance card is here, it talks about an unequal give and take between the two of you. Okay, as you can see on the cards, there's some inequality in the connection. Perhaps some bad karma has been accrued by the person who was deceptive in the connection. As a result, things perhaps are not going their way. Perhaps they've suffered some emotional or financial losses, or instability in general in their lives. It's ironic that the one thing that they were trying to avoid, which is getting hurt, they tried to avoid getting hurt by deceiving you in some way, misrepresenting themselves, and as a result, the bad karma that they accrued for that is some sort of loss in their life. I do feel like they created loss in the connection through a third-party situation, somebody that they were giving something to while you were giving to them, most likely. So take it how it resonates. But definitely a third-party situation here. I feel like I said, there's been some bad karma as a result of that with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You know, when the Four of Pentacles is upright, it talks about somebody who could be charming towards you, perhaps in the beginning, and then they become emotionally avoidant or have an avoidant attachment style to where they just start nitpicking or finding ways to create arguments or distance. It's all in order to distance you from them. Like, they can only handle so much intimacy, and it's usually small amounts of intimacy, so a little bit of intimacy here and there, but once it gets more serious than that, then they have to distance themselves. They have to create a situation where they can distance themselves. But I feel like due to this third party situation, the heartbreak that it's caused, they are starting to have to face and deal with some lessons about that. The fact that they are avoidant, the fact that they do push people away. They're coming to some sort of a conclusion about that because their foundation has been shook. And that's why they're not communicating with you right now, because they don't feel that they have anything to give, emotionally speaking. Some of these people are in separation from a marriage partner or a relationship. Third party is on the rocks. But if you think that this person, yeah, it's on the rocks, this relationship. If they're living with somebody or in some sort of a commitment with somebody, it's on the rocks. Their home life is a mess right now. If the third party isn't another person and you're sure of that, then it's just saying, you know, their work is on the rocks right now, as, you know, is many people's, and family issues could be prevalent here as well. I feel like your person is thinking negative thoughts, that they're trying to distract themselves from, you know, from the hurt that they caused via some deception here. But everything reminds them of you. And I feel like it's their karma to be reminded of you because of the hurt that they caused you, the heartache and heartbreak, the separation that is occurring in this connection is, you know, largely their fault for being deceptive. So the universe is bringing them signs about you, particularly when they're out in nature. It's like the only thing people can do right now is go outside for walks and things like that. And interestingly and ironically, that's where we get some of our telegraphed messages from nature. When Spirit's voice is the loudest and easiest for us to hear. Even for somebody who's in the reversed hermit energy, who's sort of trying to block their voice of Spirit, trying to block their intuition and their inner knowing. When they're in nature, they can't avoid but see things in their environment that reminds them of you. Some of them may like to work outdoors, but whether as a hobby or as a career, but regardless, in general, whether they're indoors or outdoors, their environment is giving them signs about you, and they're seeing and noticing things that remind them of you. They know that they have acted like an asshole with you, and I feel like they are getting their karma for that, their just desserts for that. But what they really want here is to get back out there, you know, perhaps have a date with you. I'm not feeling that this person is ready for anything serious right now because their self-esteem is low, because they're still going through something with a third-party situation, and for that reason they would still be deceptive. But they do think about dating you. And honestly, they think about just getting out there back on the scene because they're not happy with the third party. So they want to meet somebody new or have a new phase in the connection with you. They'd like to plan a date or something along those lines when they feel better, but at present their self-esteem is taking a hit because you know they're getting their karma for mistreating you, involving you in a third-party situation. And it's coming in the form of heartache on their part. I feel they're feeling it as well, but also some sort of financial or emotional loss. This is causing them to feel very vulnerable. They're not being able to hide behind their work or money right now, as the work and money is hard to come by at present for most people, and that's certainly the case for your person. So they're having to try to distract themselves in other ways. And whatever hobbies that they're participating in, it helps them to forget their problems for a little bit, but I feel like their hobbies are largely unhealthy, and it doesn't work. You still creep into their mind. But they are trying to keep busy to keep from thinking about you, and they know that they haven't treated you right, and they have reached some sort of a conclusion regarding this. I feel like their main focus is just what they need to do is get back into balance, but their main focus is trying to be avoidant. And they were avoidant in the connection with you, which resulted in this separation. And it's not like they didn't have feelings for you. I see that they did. They were just extremely immature, perhaps have some unresolved childhood issues around expressing emotions and being vulnerable, like I said. I am getting that you guys have a spiritual connection, though. I am getting that your person would like to plan or set a date with you when they're ready. Okay? They're not ready at this time. They're too busy trying to avoid who they really are, and as a result of that, they're not only hurting you, but they're hurting themselves. They could be involved in some sort of a legal situation at present, but certainly they're getting their bad karma for mistreating you. They're trying to wrap something up. I feel they're trying to end something, but unfortunately it's taking its sweet time, or they've run into obstacles. Okay. So this is a short reading that I have for you today, option 2. Thanks for tuning in. I am going to go over to Vimeo and delve deeper into this, where I'm going to get some advice for you on how to deal with this person, and also what you can do to move this connection forward. So if you want to follow me over there, the link is in the description box down below. And if this is where we part ways, thank you for tuning in, and have a great day. Thank you. Welcome, option 3. Thanks for tuning in. So how does your person really feel about you? Let's look. We've got Follow Your Dreams from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle. We've got Victim and Unawakened from Mystic Moon Oracle. We've got Exhaustion from Ask Your Guides, and Boredom as well. And as far as tarot cards go, we've got the Strength card, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. From the Love Oracle, we've got Not Enough, and from the Romance Angels, we've got Worth Waiting For. Okay, so your person, they are feeling really in their head about you. Okay, at present, they've got a lot of stress, mostly mental stress, due to boredom and exhaustion, which is certainly understandable at this time. Okay, so I feel like your person stresses about you, particularly at night. If you guys aren't together, they worry about your not being together. If you are together, they worry about it ending. They do have some fears about not being good enough for you. They feel like they're frustrated in a relationship. They lack confidence. They may self-sabotage, and they have fear, ego issues, as well as jealousy. I'm getting sort of a victim energy from your person, stemming from being unawakened here. I get that, although they might be stable in their home life at present, they do feel exhausted by their inferiority complex or insecurities that make them feel like they're not good enough for you, and not good enough in general. So I feel like what they would ultimately want is to give you their heart, but first they need to get out of this energy. At night they think about, how frustrating it is in this connection right now due to their lack of confidence, and in the morning they wake up every day thinking about you. I feel like some of what they think about with you is just how you calm their fears. I'm getting that you guys have had ups and downs in the connection, but more or less you are this person's dream, and they dream about having a stable life with you. They dream about, divine timing playing out in such a way that you guys can finally be together. There's been distance or a length of time before since you guys have been really together. Okay? Or at least since you guys have been serious. There's some sort of blockage here to communication or a new beginning. It could be because this person is involved with somebody else with, don't believe what you heard, the karmic and I are on the rocks. So if you know this isn't a third party situation, and a third party can be anything that interferes with the connection, including parents, siblings, friends, or work, as well as another person, another lover. So just take it how it resonates. But if you've heard something to the contrary, just know that this person and the karmic are on the rocks. There's been some miscommunication regarding that, it looks like. So perhaps you've heard that they're with somebody else. They are not with somebody else right now, and if they are, it's not working out. They want to bring clarity to the connection, but I feel like they're just sort of in this victim mentality over things right now. They've been largely unawakened for a long time. And even though they have these dreams about communicating with you and having a new start with you, they're too busy being self-sabotaging to do anything about it at present. For many of you, they are in a third-party situation or have involved you in a third-party situation, or in some way have not given to you the same amount that you've given to them. It does speak of one person holding more power in the relationship and having more control in the relationship. For some of you, you have had more power in the connection, and this makes this person feel like a victim, but they're willing to wait on it and see what happens. If you know that you're the one that's been unfair to this person, then just know that this person feels extremely connected to you. They view you as somebody that can help them make their dreams come true. They view you as somebody who can bring strength into their life, and vice versa. But any unfairness that you may be putting on this person is exhausting them, and it's really taking a toll on the relationship. Ultimately, this person does view you as their dream, though. And they could feel as well that you view them the same way. But perhaps they're up late at night worrying because they haven't treated you good. And if they haven't treated you well enough, it's because they are self-sabotaging. And this is because they don't feel like they're good enough. There's something to do with their ego not being awakened here. But so they're just trying to get their energy together. They're trying to get the courage to come towards you, to reach out, to communicate, to make an offer, to have a new start, a new beginning. And they're really struggling in their minds, trying to figure out an idea or a way to come towards you to improve the connection. But they're not doing a very good job of it at present. All they're really doing is thinking about it and worrying about it. So I feel like, they want you, they view you as the one. You're sort of the snake charmer. The snake being their ego. You know how to handle them in a way that makes them feel better, and they're kind of wanting you to make the move towards them. They're saying it's safe for you to make the move towards them because they don't feel like they're good enough to do it, and they know that you're strong. I'm getting that they feel like they owe you an apology for something. They might have been the type that wanted just to fight with you, to keep you at an arm's length so that they wouldn't have to make a decision about you. If they were trying to choose between you and somebody else or something else, they hurt you for that reason. Or they're just a type that has liked to create drama or conflict for the fun of it. But whatever they did that has created a blockage in this connection, that has perhaps made you feel bored with the situation or exhausted by it, they're sorry for that. However, I'm feeling like there is still a lot of waking up that this person has to do, and they would prefer that you took the reins and you did something about it. They do feel very connected towards you, however, and they feel like, this connection is worth waiting for. So they dream about having something serious with you, being a team with you. They think that you guys make a great team, or would make a great team. I feel like they realize that you're much stronger than they originally thought you were. You probably walked away from them after they did something or said something that hurt you, and they didn't expect you to walk away. That showed them how much strength you actually do have. However, this gives them serious doubts about whether or not you would actually take them back or want to hear from them or communicate with them again. They'd feel much more comfortable if you were the one to make the first move towards them as a result of that. They do feel like you are worth waiting for, however. But I feel like this person is in they're apologetic, but they're not really in a place to come towards you at present. So I'm going to take this over to Vimeo, where I'm going to delve deeper, and we're going to look at what advice Spirit has for you to move this connection forward, as well as get like a time frame as to when something's going to happen in this connection. So if you'd like to follow me over there, the link for that is the description box below. And if this is where we part ways, thank you for tuning in. And, if this resonated with you and you'd like to share your story, please do so. Feel free in the comment section. Otherwise, you can get a personal reading from me. Instructions on how to get one are in the description box below. If you liked it or didn't like it, go ahead and like or dislike the video. Either way, it gives the video traction. And if you want to subscribe, please do so, as that does support the channel. And thanks for watching.